So if you have indeed watching my channel, I can say that I have said so, because for the last 2 or 3 trading sessions you can see the overall Wall Street has been falling down, and it's been quite a rapid fall. We have seen the similar kind of scenario last week, and on the last Friday we have seen a big bounce back. Now whether it will happen on this Friday or not, because we have only one day to go as far as this week is concerned. Now whether this Friday will work out this in the similar fashion what we have seen in last Friday, or it will be a dull Friday, that is something to look at as far as the analysis for the Friday or for 20th of January 2023 is concerned. So let us see what's happening as far as the trend is concerned, and it's going to be very tricky because you cannot expect similar kind of things each and every time. So you need to be a bit more cautious, because anyways you can clearly see a double top kind of pattern, because 1 2 and this is the third time reattempting. Dow Jones is indeed reattempting a bounce back, but it is not successful. So we are not, and it's not wise to take unnecessary positions. Okay, although if you are looking at different time frames you will see different kind of things, but it's all about the way you understand the trend or the range and what action you are going to take as far as the trend or the price action for different indices are concerned. So let's start analyzing with the price chart of Dow Jones. And if you are looking at the price chart of Dow Jones, what we're gonna see over here is a range, and this is what you can see as far as Dow Jones is concerned. And as far as I am concerned, I am not willing to take any uncertainty or any risk, or I don't want to carry anything for the next week. So what we are going to do over here, we have two support levels to look at on the downside, which are 32,850 and 32,600 on the downside, and on the upside I have 34,360 and 34,610. Now as far as the trend is concerned, you can clearly see Dow Jones is very near to the lower end of the range. So I don't want to trade at least I'm not somebody who will trade this 200 or 300 point, because if I have taken a short trade from 34,300, I have made 60-70% of the move. So I can skip this 20-30% and I will observe what's going to happen, because it is very near to the support level. So there is no point playing for that additional 100, 200 or 250 points and taking unnecessary risk, because things will become very volatile. So just focus on the range and focus on the support level, because similar kind of moves may happen. If it does happen, then we will take another trade, and that would be on the upside. And if it does not sustain, let's say if Dow Jones started trading below 32,600, then the trend will reverse. So this is something which we are going to look at as far as Dow Jones is concerned. Talking about Nasdaq, now Nasdaq is something which is indeed very, very negative. Let me tell you, whatever efforts one can see, it is not at all satisfying. And if you are looking at the price chart of Nasdaq, it looks like a head and shoulder kind of pattern has been formed. So you need to be very, very cautious about Nasdaq is concerned, and the kind of news we are getting from the big tech companies from US. All the layoffs and all the price restructuring and cost efficiency measures. This is good for stockholders. This is definitely good for stockholders, but not for traders, because it is no doubt increasing the volatility. Now about the trend, you can clearly see this kind of pattern. So this is not at all positive. So this is just holding the weak support, and we have a lot to cover. There is no point taking trade in Dow Jones, but as far as Nasdaq is concerned, we have a lot to cover on the downside. So what we're gonna do over here is, first of all, the upper end of the range So it is useless right now, 11,500, 11,560, because Nasdaq tested 11,200 and has started falling from there. So the support level that we're going to look at for Nasdaq is 10,290 to 10,300 and 10,200 or 220. So this is what we are going to look at as far as Nasdaq is concerned. So there is a lot to go on the downside as far as Nasdaq is concerned. So one may skip the trade for Dow Jones, but we have lots, lot to look at on the downside. So Nasdaq will give you a much better picture as of now. Now talking about the S&P 500, S&P 500 obviously a replica of both. And next week next week I'll definitely tell you some more about the trend. I'm going to talk about the big move obviously, but because this is the last day of this particular trading week, so obviously today is the weekend, so there is no point taking unnecessary risk or carrying trades which you don't understand, there is no point. You just have your weekend, just cheer yourself up, come back next week fresh enough to understand what has happened and what will probably happen going forward. Now as far as S&P 500 is concerned, we have a strict stop loss on the upside, which is 4032, and as far as the levels are concerned, Nasdaq S&P 500 is also giving you your next support at 3764. Then we will move towards 3700, and let me tell you, 3640 and 3530s are also possibilities. You cannot rule out these levels. So overall, what we're gonna see are Dow Jones, which is very near to the support level, Nasdaq, which has started correcting, and if Dow Jones does not move very sharply and if Nasdaq started correcting, the S&P 500 will fall like Nasdaq. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching.